Okay, glasses, VR headsets, not meant to work together, I don't think. Adlens have invited us down to go see how the inserts are made that go inside the VR headsets. Okay, I don't know about you, I wear glasses and I love VR, but together, glasses and the VR headsets, they can be a bit of a pain in the butt. You get them stuck, they kind of go up like this, you can feel the pressure when wearing them, they're not meant to be. What I think and what I need are some inserts for the Meta Quest 3, just to make the experience better. So we've seen a product, VR ProOptics, by a company called Adlens. It appears to be a prescription insert for your VR headset that basically negates the need to, even wear glasses. Okay, so the team behind the VR ProOptics inserts have invited me down to learn more about their product, their design and how they're made. Let's go! We've arrived safe and sound after a quick journey down from Yorkshire. The first thing we'll do is an interview with Senior Design Engineer Tim Müller. Okay, nice to meet you, Tim.
You too, then.
Tell us about yourself, professional background, where you've been so far with your career.
Okay, so my name's Tim Müller. I'm a senior optomechanical engineer here at Oxford Optical Labs. Originally born and bred in Yorkshire, studied design at Loughborough University, and then moved down here in 2002 for my first professional job, design job that is. Worked in over 21 years of experience, so it's quite a broad experience of designing different types of products, from both in terms of size, complexity and cost, from roof lights to medical devices, whether that's blood sampling or drug delivery devices. I also worked for Dyson for a number of years, working on some of their kind of out there products, which I can't really talk about. But I was involved in the larger team that launched the supersonic hairdryer.
Okay.
And also, if you've seen the headset that they've launched, the headphones with a visor that can be removed and clipped on.
On the mouth?
To filter the air, so I was involved in that as well.
Oh wow, excellent.
That was the last project I worked on there before coming here. Yep. So I've been working with the team here for the last 5 years. Projects of all different types, some very involved AR and VR projects, kind of looking at development programs with some big players. Also adaptive power eyewear, and also the inserts for VR headsets.
Yeah, excellent, brilliant. Thank you, Tim, for that. Obviously the reason why we're here today for the visit, for the inserts, yeah. Okay, so more of a personal insight into yourself, Tim. Let's delve deeper.
Oh, great, yeah.
So when you're in your kind of design zone, you're there designing things, what's something non-techie that might inspire you? So maybe music, movies, a snack, anything like that?
Non-techie, music's my go-to.
Okay.
If I want to kind of concentrate, block out distractions.
Yeah, get in the zone.
Spend a lot of time on Spotify.
Okay, yeah.
In fact, they'll probably tell you I wear my headphones too much. Yeah. to be fair.
Yeah. And do you feel like you need to? Does that really get you in the zone? Really concentrate?
Yeah, I mean, it's an open plan office here, so if there's, in the world of Teams calls going on, it can be quite distracting. So we've kind of got it's a loose policy, but if you've got your headphones on, it's kind of, they're trying to focus.
Yeah,
so
leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Yeah. Teams calls have kind of taken over offices in terms of that noise, that buzz.
Yeah,
it can be quite very distracting. Yeah. Okay, so last person one before we delve into the more technical side. If you could design a VR headset with no limits or constraints, what's one fantasy feature you'd include? Kind of the sky's the limit.
I mean, the ultimate is a headset that you put on and reads your prescription and adjusts automatically.
Yeah.
That is something that, and it'd be even cooler if we were involved in designing that.
Yeah.
Something that self prescribes your prescription, adjusts so you don't need the inserts.
Yeah, wow,
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I think other things like smell-o-vision
Yeah.
would be pretty cool.
That would be cool. Yeah. Or not so cool.
Yeah, well, not so cool. And the future development of haptics, so you can actually,
Yeah.
There are already things out there, but I think that's got a big area that can be developed. And
Yeah. So in terms of the reading prescription, is that, this is me being naive, would that even be theoretically possible?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So you never know.
There are machines out there that opticians use now
That's how it works.
Yeah, as well as that when you go and to the optician and they put the lenses in front of your eyes, there are machines that can actually prescribe your prescription.
Okay, Tim. Delving more into the technical side of things now. So, in terms of customization when designing, how do you ensure that your designs are versatile enough to fit different VR headset models while maintaining that same comfort and functionality?
Okay, so we design the inserts specifically to suit that particular headset. So we've got a design for the Meta Quest 3, we've got designs for the PlayStation ones, Pico 4. So we take the headset and we make something that suits that headset. In terms of comfort and weight, it's about making the inserts as low profile and as light as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Whilst being able to deliver a prescription range. So the lenses that go into those inserts change in terms of their geometry, the radius, the thickness. So it's taking all those considerations on from the outset. Yeah.
And I guess with any of the headsets, is there a limit prescription wise?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it comes to a point where it's too.
Yeah. So our portal gives limits, but if there's anyone that's out there that's got a prescription that's outside of that, reach out to us. We can sometimes accommodate things that are outside of those boundaries as well.
Kind of maybe a unique kind of design.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, another kind of technical question, Tim. So challenges in your design with these inserts. So kind of what have been the biggest challenges in designing these inserts, and how have you overcome
them? On the whole, the biggest challenge is working, as I mentioned before, working blind. So the big tech companies tend to be very protective about their design information. Yep. So unless we've got a close relationship with one of the developers, they're not going to give us their CAD or a pre-production version of their headset.
Yep.
So we have to second guess things a little bit. And we don't always get it right first time.
Trial and error. Yeah. Okay, next question, Tim. So kind of on the creative side for your solutions. So what are some of the most creative design solutions you've developed for integrating these lenses seamlessly into VR headsets?
I think the creativity or innovation is really in the skill sets and some of the equipment that we've got here.
Okay.
And the in-depth knowledge of how the headsets are designed to work, and the tech that the companies are putting in, such as eye tracking and PD. So because we've got that knowledge and background about how the headsets are designed to work, we can we know the sort of thing to avoid or be aware of whilst designing the inserts themselves. So we've had instances where we've had competitors' products that probably don't really cater for the eye tracking. That's one of the problems with sometimes wearing glasses in the headsets. I think also in terms of some of the innovation that we do is behind the scenes. So some of the processing that we do when we edge the lenses and the processing of the inserts is pretty geeky.
Okay.
And we know other people aren't doing that sort of thing to optimise the designs for thickness and weight.
Excellent. Hopefully we'll see some of that going on here when we're here today.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Okay, so kind of looked at obviously design, what's going on now, and obviously how things have progressed so far. But in terms of designing for the future and looking towards the future, how do you see the design of the VR lens inserts evolving? Any kind of exciting developments on the horizon that we might not be aware of?
Yeah, I think as the displays in the headset and the resolution improve, the need for inserts is going to become even more important to really get that immersive and comfortable feel. So I think in the future what we'll be seeing is the full integration of the inserts from the outset into the headsets.
Yeah.
And that's something that we can do here as well.
Yeah.
So.
Some incredible insights there from Tim Müller. Now let's head over and see the end-to-end process for these lens inserts. So we're now going to go through the full end-to-end process from ordering the lens inserts to manufacturing to shipping the lens inserts out to our happy customer. Let's go.
So this will cut 2 lenses simultaneously in 60 seconds.
Wow, okay.
So, and you can stack, this is a stacker as well as a conveyor belt feed. Press 2.
Press 2.
I think we're okay. Recognise the shape. We see it all the time.
Yep.
So the next job might not be quest 2, the next one might be quest 3, and you'll see a different configuration being called in.
Now we've seen the full end-to-end process, let's sit down with Stephen, have a quick interview and delve deeper into the world of lens inserts.
Okay, so we're here with Stephen doing a quick Q&A with Stephen, but before we do that, Stephen, Obviously, we've stepped through the whole process, which thanks very much for showing us how it all works. But I want my inserts, if that's okay.
There
Is
you
that
go.
okay?
There's your inserts for you.
Thank you
I
very
hope
much.
you enjoy using them.
We hopefully will. So I'll do a quick, well, it might not be quick. Hopefully it will be quick if they've been made properly. But install these into my MetaQuest 3. I did go through the blue light ones, which you can see that they're in there, all nicely packaged up. So yeah, thank you, Stephen.
Pleasure.
Okay, so we're going into some questions and grill Stephen now. So a very general one to start with, Stephen. So just tell us about yourself, your background, and maybe a brief overview of your professional career.
Okay, so I'm Stephen. I've worked in making glasses for probably over 30 years now. So worked with some of the big companies in the UK, some of them are international based as well. So I've done everything from sort of made glasses for royalty, and also done ridiculously expensive couture glasses, which have sort of like precious metals and diamonds in them.
Okay, cool.
But always specialised in the specialist end of the sector of making glasses.
Yeah.
Before I sort of joined this organisation, which is very sort of dedicated with consultancy and sort of bespoke elements within VR, AR consultancy. So joining this company, which I joined with some of the colleagues about 10 so years ago, has been a very interesting journey into AR and VR, which of course is a new technology.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. So you mentioned the kind of maybe the cool side of things that you've stuck with rather than the traditional stuff. And obviously the VR AR stuff now is the cool stuff.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Excellent.
It's a very interesting, very different sector that draws on sort of experience of ophthalmic optics and then nuances of space claim, fits, and all just the optical alignment of the crazy world of augmented reality, virtual reality headsets, and all of that quite complex system that then requires corrective refraction of your prescription element.
Yeah. At the end of the day, people watching this video hopefully have probably spent a lot of money on a headset.
Yep.
So they want all that research development experience that you bring, I guess, into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so some personal questions, Stephen.
Oh dear. Okay,
Not too personal, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm playing my favourite VR game for hours.
Yeah.
In what way could these inserts kind of help me in my, the day-to-day usage? In terms
Okay, so a definite benefit is the comfort factor.
Okay.
If you wear glasses in a VR headset, like you're wearing, Ben, the pressure of the sidearms will become uncomfortable both on the side of the heads, around the ears, but also very easily get knocked out of alignment. So actually that will affect your perceived vision. So actually having inserts, it's better for space, for comfort. You don't scratch your lenses. We don't have a risk of damaging both either your expensive glasses or the very expensive lenses in the headset.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've definitely noticed when I've got the MetaQuest 2 and the 3, and I'm really cautious in terms of the distance. So I'm probably not getting the best experience with my glasses.
Yeah.
So these inserts kind of.
And with Quest 3, actually, there's even possibly more risk of scratching the headset lenses because of the way they've positioned the objective lens in the headset. So I would say with Quest 3, more so than Quest Pro, but Quest 2 was also very, very proud. So there's a big chance of collision between a pair of glasses and the lens in the headset. And they're not very good at rejecting scratches because they're both plastic.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to cause big damage, which you can't undo.
Yeah. Okay, so second personal one, Stephen. What's your go-to VR game or experience? Any favourites?
Yeah, so I'm definitely not the high action type gamer. I've really enjoyed games like Fisherman's Tale, I've got to be honest. Things that are sort of more based on walking through an experience and having puzzles and things to solve. That's not to say that the good old Beat Saber. You can't beat good old Beat Saber.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that I get the most fantastic scores, but it's a good laugh. It's a good party game to hand round.
It's a good hand-round game, Yeah, you feel like you need a little bit of exercise. I'll put Beat Saber on.
Yeah, exactly. So they're my two go. So I'm not a big sort of action, shooting gamer.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's what's good about VR, and more so the mixed reality with the MetaQuest 3 kind of opens up a bigger spectrum of games for people.
And I'm definitely looking forward to that, to see where that takes us in terms of sort of the workspace with mixed reality and other games that can bring that mixed environment in, which I think is a big game changer.
Yeah. More moving away just from gaming to experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
totally.
And I think that sort of the mixed reality where you can still see the space that you're in, so actually you're not disconnected from those around you or from your environment. just opens up a whole new world for developers that I think over the next couple of years we're going to see some really interesting developments.
Yeah, definitely. Totally agree. Totally agree. Okay, this is again another personal, maybe a little bit too personal, let's see. But in terms of behind the scenes, obviously we've seen some of the stuff going on, but some of it obviously is your proprietary stuff. It's quite secret. But any kind of the behind the scenes secrets you can share with us that we might not guess.
So it's difficult. What can you share without being too? Actually, the lens stuff that we use in your lenses is a high index lens material. So it's actually thinner and lighter. So you get, that's one of the benefits of using us. We use a premium lens material from the go.
Okay.
But it's also a full UV block as well. So I'm not sure that's necessarily significant in AR and virtual reality. I don't think there's a necessary UV issue, but it is a full UV block as well as having all the premium coatings for anti-glare, anti-reflection, and easy clean, stay clean type functions.
Excellent.
So,
Okay, thank you, Stephen. Okay, so with the personal stuff, we did get quite technical at times, but I guess we'll cover off some more technical, maybe focused aspects. So what future advancements in VR optics are you most excited about?
So an advancement that's sort of already there is the mixed reality that Quest 3 has exposed. And I think first time I put that headset on, actually just felt this is a game changer, that you're still in the room that you're in, but you're brilliantly part of the room still. So it's a brilliant mixed reality experience, and I think that will bring a whole new dimension to game potential, also potentially work experience potential, where you can still see all of your work colleagues. So I think there's a whole load of potential there, and I think also things like eye tracking. There's a whole load of stuff that's in the background being developed by the tech companies, some of which we're aware of, which will make both AR and virtual reality more comfortable, especially for longer time, with the way that the eye works with the system, which isn't natural as it currently stands, which is why some people don't get on with it.
Oh, okay, interesting. So it's kind of that fine-tuning of the technology.
They've gone a huge way already, but there's a lot of stuff that is there in the background to make that final bit more comfortable. The way that the eyes move when you normally move within the real world, aren't replicated yet in the same way in virtual reality. So it confuses the eye to brain relationship.
And you mentioned around kind of the workplace as well. I guess kind of it's that people wearing these VR headsets, people kind of get over that and get used to them. So I think as that progresses, it'll more comfortable wearing a headset and maybe looking a little bit silly wearing one. Okay, more one maybe focus on your product set, your product line in terms of customization, adaptability. So in terms of customization, how do you kind of cater for the diverse needs of different people's eyesight?
Okay, so most people's prescriptions fit within a standard envelope which is covered by our standard prescription range. But most people notice that we also do the extended high power product offering. So certain people have higher prescriptions or they have prisms that are dispensed by the optician. So those are the sort of circumstances where we can go above and beyond and actually allow prescriptions to be delivered that wouldn't normally be able to do. We've just recently done a +9.5 lens.
Wow, okay.
And I think the highest negative we've done is about -14. So these really are people with very, very bad eyesight who still want to experience VR. And why shouldn't they? But it's certainly with the positive prescriptions, it's very difficult to go beyond +6. But we're regularly going sort of 7 +750. But 950 is what we've just done in the Quest 3 about 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Okay, so that really is catering for those kind of excellent. No, brilliant. Okay, so last question, Stephen.
Okay.
So we've spoken about how things are now, how things in VR might evolve, but I guess how has technology in lens manufacturing evolved in recent years, especially obviously in VR?
So obviously we are related to the ophthalmic industry where you get your glasses from, and there's been lots of really good development in coatings and the way that lenses are manufactured, especially when it's bespoke product, so this out of range type service. So we offer, one of the things we've started to offer is a gaming lens. So this is really aimed at people who spend a lot of time gaming, people that we call pro gamers. So changes in and advancements in coating technology both allow us to incorporate complementary elements. So it's been shown that a mild yellow tint can enhance contrast in the gaming environment. So we've included that in this gaming lens. We've included a special honeycomb coating, which again is supposed to reduce the off-axis refraction of light, so again it should be more comfortable. We've also put into it a mild boost, so actually what you're focusing on becomes more comfortable for extended periods of time.
Yep.
So all of those things come together actually to provide a lens which actually really works for pro gamers, people who are there on a long time. All those things weren't available some time ago, but so we can bring them in with complex new manufacturing methods to combine those things together. So we've worked with a partner lab to develop that lens or offer it into VR.
Yeah. So is this things that existed with kind of lenses and glasses previously that you've kind of made, or is it kind of brand new?
Some of it sort of slightly exists, but we've had to adapt it to go into VR.
Yep.
So that type of lens, the one that the XP Pro, did exist, and we had to work with the supplier to make it slightly different to work in the VR, because as they currently offered it, it wouldn't work in VR.
Okay.
That's because all of the content is in one distance away from you. That's what some people don't actually realise, is that actually the content of VR, even though you might be looking at a virtual mountain on the horizon, or your virtual hand close to you, your eyes are focusing all at the same distance away, which depending on the headset is somewhere between 1.5 to 2 meters away.
Yeah.
So whether it's a mountain or your hand, you're still looking at something that's actually 2 meters away in the headset.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's all a bit strange. The more you get into it, it's a bit geeky.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. It sounds good. No, thank you, Stephen. So thank you again. Thanks for the
pleasure.
inserts.
Enjoy using them.
I'll be getting these home, fitting them, and hopefully enjoying my VR experience with them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks for meeting, Ben. Appreciate it.
Okay, so I think we've seen everything we need to see here at Adlens and Oxford Optical Laboratories. Let's head home and get these new VR ProOptics inserts by Adlens into my Quest 3 and give them a go.
Okay, we're back safe and sound at HusonDIY headquarters with our lens inserts. So we got the lens inserts we went for, so we can now fit these into the MetaQuest 3 headset that we have. Just a couple of points so on the visit. What a great visit it was. Hopefully that came across in the video so far, in terms of the interviews I've done with Tim and Stephen.
So some really, really good insight there into what you might not understand or expect. I certainly didn't. You know, what goes into the research, design, manufacturing process. It's been developed by the team at Adlens and Oxford Optical Laboratories to create these inserts. There's so much that goes into the whole process.
Just tons that goes into it. I think a lot that people take for granted in terms of fitting and the actual correct use of these inserts within the headsets. As you've seen in the video, hopefully you've seen in the video anyway, we've got the MetaQuest 3, but they do them for the MetaQuest 2, the PSVR 2, other headsets on there, so there will be plenty of links in the description to go and look at the lens inserts on the Adlens website. One of the highlights for me was that massive machine that they had where they was creating and manufacturing these lens inserts. So that was like the lens cutting machine or the lens edging machine. I'm not quite sure of the technical term for it. But yeah, that machine, what a superb thing that was, where it took in the product, took in the two kind of blanks as such with your prescription, the prescription you order, took it through, did all the measuring, fine tuning, making sure it was in the right position, and then cutting and edging the actual inserts to fit perfectly into either the MetaQuest 3 headset or another headset that you might be ordering for. Fantastic. Really, really impressive. Obviously these guys that work with it day in, day out, wasn't impressive to them, but for someone like me that's never seen anything like it before, yeah, really, really impressive. And to see what work does go into creating these inserts is incredible. Okay, so we've got the inserts out of the packaging now onto here. So I've just got it onto just a cloth here on the desk itself down here. So you can see the two inserts. These are the ones that I followed through the process, through the manufacturing process. The ones that you saw me cleaning. So we follow the end-to-end kind of process of making these inserts for my MetaQuest 3 headset, which are just here ready to go. So I've had a look at the instructions, and I did get a few tips from the guys down at Adlens on how to fit these. So when we talked about the research and development and manufacturing process that goes into these, as you hopefully saw from Tim, the product design engineer, sorry. Obviously a lot of work has gone into ensuring that the fit of these is absolutely perfect to go into the MetaQuest 3. So there is a different lip design compared to the MetaQuest 2 and the MetaQuest 3, comparing those two together. So these fit perfectly into the inside of these. You'll notice, if you've been looking at inserts between the 2 and the 3, that there are different manufacturers do different products. Some using magnets, some using clips, different things. These fit perfectly inside of the MetaQuest 3 headset. There's actually been a groove that's been created in the headset by Meta that's been made ready to actually have inserts fitted. So Meta have obviously listened to different lens insert manufacturers, consumers, and have built this pre-ready to go. Instead of having to use magnets and clips inside the headset, these do clip straight on. So I won't waffle too much, but just to show you how simple this process is, the instructions do mention around removing the face element to this, but we'll try it without because I think it is possible without. So first of all, each of the inserts, each of them, there's only 2 of them, but each of them come with a little symbol on them for left and right. So it's got an L and an R on there. And you'll notice that the kind of shape is quite obviously unique for the actual inside, for the lens, so will really only go in one way. So, we'll start with the left-hand one first. Place it in there, and there should be a couple of clicks. And that is it. It's as simple as that. That one's in, the left-hand side is in. The right-hand one we'll put in at the same way. It will really only go in one kind of... and again, a couple of clicks, and we are in. So really simple to insert. There are a couple of little grooves just under where the letter is, where you can just put put a nail underneath, and that will simply just pop out like so. That is how easy they are to kind of insert and remove like that. So if this is a shared device like ours is, it's just really easy just to pop them in and out if you were someone else is having a go or using it for a prolonged period. Okay, so for the first ever time, I'm going to wear the headset with no glasses, which is going to seem a little bit weird, but hopefully will be tons comfier. So I'll just do a quick little demo, and just kind of first impression view on what it's like wearing the inserts instead of having to wear glasses. So glasses off, headset on. Okay, so straight away, obviously I don't have the actual physical object of the glasses inside the headset, and immediately it feels better. The pressure that usually is on the side of the glasses here has been removed because they're not there. So in terms of comfort, that has got to be a kind of massive benefit of these, a huge benefit, because I won't have the pressure of the glasses there. I did find that after a while, I did have a kind of pain almost in the side of my face, just here, created by the pressure of the glasses on there. So you'd kind of try and loosen the headset, but then it would kind of sag, so it was kind of, yeah. Okay, so we're in. It's perfect, yeah. So I've got the, I don't have the kind of peripheral view of my glasses hanging around, which you do see in real life as a glasses wearer, but it was even worse and even more noticeable when wearing the headset. So that has totally gone, obviously, because the glasses out there. In terms of the clarity, it's just exactly the same as wearing my glasses. I can see things clear, I can see the text clear, not a problem whatsoever. So first impression straight away, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's going to change the way and hopefully the time I can wear this headset for. Okay, so immediately, it's miles better. It's tons better. The glasses not being there, as I say, the pressure on the side is going to be the main thing. That pressure does build up over time, and you can kind of feel the strain pushing just against your temples there. And after maybe even 15 minutes, you can feel that really building up. So straight away, that is miles better. In terms of the clarity with the lenses inside there, exactly the same as wearing glasses. So if you're a non-glasses wearer, I guess it's just the same. You just got the same vision inside the headset. Text is clear, images are clear, videos are clear, etc. I will use this for a period of time now with the inserts, just to get that kind of longer term view, but I don't see any reason why it won't be a benefit in the long term. So we're all done now with the behind the scenes view for the Adlens inserts from the VR ProOptics team.
So a massive thanks to the guys at Adlens and Oxford Optical Laboratories for firstly providing these lens inserts free of charge for this video.
Hopefully they'll be brilliant in terms of my VR experience of being able to use it for longer periods of time.
Again, a massive thank you to the guys at Adlens and Oxford Optical Laboratories for allowing me to come and see behind the scenes of what's going on.
See how they make the inserts themselves, the kind of process that sits behind it end to end, and obviously those really in-depth interviews were done with Tim and Stephen as part of the team down there. We'll be doing future videos on those interviews and maybe more technical side of things as well, just to go into some more detail there. So before we finish, just a couple of things. Currently, what Adlens have done as part of this video is have offered a discount code for viewers of this video with HusonDIY 20 for a 20% discount off any of the inserts on the website. So that's for the MetaQuest 3, MetaQuest 2, PSVR 2, the Pico 4, and the others that are on the website. So Information will be in the description below for the discount code. If you've been looking for these inserts, obviously this could be the perfect timing for you in terms of that discount, giving you 20% off. You may miss the Black Friday offers, but this is kind of a post-Black Friday offer with a 20% off, thanks to HusonDIY. Okay, so we're all done and dusted now with these inserts. As I say, hopefully it's going to change the way and my experience with the MetaQuest 3. So if you've liked the video, if you found it informative, please do give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If not for any reason, give it a thumbs down, give it a dislike. Let me know in the comment section why. If you've got any questions about the inserts, about the headset.
If you've got any follow-up questions for the guys at Adlens on their VR ProOptics insert specifically, or more generally about the world of ophthalmics for the Oxford Optical Laboratories guys, then please do let me know.
I will be doing future videos on this subject, on the VR headset and the inserts. So any questions or anything I may cover in future videos, but any questions I will answer in the comment section. So please drop those questions into the comment section. As I say, I will reply to all questions and comments in there. If you want to follow the HusonDIY journey on our VR experience or any of our home DIY projects, hit that subscribe button and we'll see you on the next one.